It's more visible. Okay, so if you have been rocking with me for a while, you know about Career Conversations, the show I hosted for a little over 2 years. I created 50 episodes. I loved the project. It was my baby. But I now look back at some of those episodes and I'm like, as proud as I am of the work that I did, it's not as aligned with who I've become. And so I have to shift. And I'm inviting you to shift with me. Um, so moving forward, Career Conversations is going to pivot focus. It's going to pivot style. So you can expect a combination of audio only shows and video shows to be published. I'm working out a frequency that fits my busy schedule. So, guys, I appreciate your patience as I find my footing with consistency. But I wanted to just kind of let you know, like, what we'll be talking about because it's going to be business centric, but it's also going to be me centric in terms of like showing up and sharing more of my thoughts and opinions about things in the world around me as an enthusiast in some aspects and an expert in others. So if you know about my expertise, you know I go by $1 billion bid writer. And that is because, well, I want to say I go by $1 billion bid writer. I should clear that up actually. $1 billion bid writer is a system, it's a process, it's a way I get things done. It is how I've won $1 billion. So that's the one thing I also wanted to take time to clear up. So I will be talking more about what that process looks like. So you'll get some solo episodes that are centered around the how to, things like market research, building a personal brand, like all of that's going to be coming at you as a part of this show. But also, I'm going to bring on experts who've got relevant capabilities and skills. I'm talking people who are interested in AI, which is a critical part of any industry that you're in currently. So whether you are in accounting or if you are in GovCon or if you are in tech or if you are at the grocery store, heck, you can't even go to Wendy's and not encounter AI these days. So that's definitely going to be a part of the conversation. It's something I'm particularly curious about and excited about the future and shaping it and continue to keep my voice in the conversation. And so AI will be a hot topic that will be a frequently recurrent piece of content on the show. So if that's something you're interested in, keep your eye out for episodes and conversations about it. We are going to talk style and fashion, not because I'm a stylist, but because having great style is key to having a powerful personal brand. And that doesn't mean style is in terms of like, I got to be glammed up, iced out, all of this going on 24/7. Sometimes it is about really finding your authentic and signature looks and space and even fragrances. People like the details that make you you or your favorite colors of nail polish. Like those are all really, really good assets and elements of the process when it comes down to building an impactful personal brand. But it is not the end all be all. In fact, it's more important that you make people feel good in your presence, that people want to be around you and they want to show up and collaborate with you, than it is that you got, banging, clothes on all the time. So that is something I wanted us to keep in mind. That'll be a part of the conversation going forward. So we're going to talk personal branding with respect to style, with respect to mentorship, sponsorship, building relationships, and mastering the way we connect and follow up. So expect things that are more business oriented, but also more fun. So we talk AI, we talk style, we're going to talk ethics because you cannot talk about the future of business in any sane way without talking about ethics. Like it's just disrespectful. I won't have it. So those are sort of three topics we're going to touch on. We are going to explore all kinds of topics. So just be prepared for a journey. So think of this as a talk show. Like you watch Cameron Hall, you watch Jennifer Hudson, you watch The View. Like here is our space to talk. It's going to be business centric, but not business boring. Because my love, we don't do boring. We're going to laugh over here. We're going to eat good food and snacks. It's going to be a fun time. Maybe even sip a little tea. So just be prepared for formats as we experiment, find our footing, figure out which tools work best so that we can deliver the quality, um, going to be the new standard. So with that, I say we because I also want to speak into existence the fact that I have a team because I've been doing these shows by myself on top of working a 9 to 5, which I joke and say sometimes is more like a 9 to 5,000 because Proposal deadlines, do not care. Trying to work and collaborate with teams sometimes proves to be challenging because people have emergencies. Things come up, and so things get delayed, they get pushed, but ultimately the client deadline is it. You miss it, you could have spent 20,000, 100,000, whatever on preparing the bid, which they will not reimburse you for. That's something you got to know. They ain't paying for you to write this. You gotta pony up the dough and the time. And so sometimes that means working till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So that we don't miss deadlines, but also put together a quality piece of content. So those are things I want us to be aware of. Like, this is going to be a fluid process. I think you guys should rock with me. People who've been rocking with me for a long time remember this one. This was the praise report. Like, this was like Nika in 2012. Like, I hosted Bible studies. I wrote a blog. It was amazing. In fact, 5 years later, people were asking, when are you bringing Bible study back? So perhaps part of the show or some of the content I produce might be things that are affirmations or scriptures and reminders to keep us encouraged. I recognize that we're in a place politically, especially, that's wildly uncomfortable for some people and exciting for others, and all those spectrums of reaction in between. And that's okay. What I want us to do is feel okay in our bodies and in our skin as we go through the coming days, and hopefully come out with some optimism and some hope, that it's not as scary as it may feel or seem. So that's what I wanted people to know. But I wanted to let you know that the show name is changing. It's going to be Unica. Not Unica Walcott, not Unica Walcott CPSM. So if you can't spell my name, now is your opportunity to learn it. It's just Unique in KA. It's going to be the same sort of great content. I would be more out front in the fact that I will likely do a few solo episodes where I just talk about things that I care about or things that I'm interested in or present my expertise. So if there are things you really want to hear from me or want me to dive in on that align with my expertise, because I'm not a fan of just saying I'm an expert at everything. Like, some things I'm an enthusiast, and I will clarify. So we can have some fun here. If you want to talk style and how we pick out outfits, how some of my rules apply. I got a few style rules. I got really just two that I try to live by though. I like to make sure that fashion functions. So if I can't do what I need to do on what I'm wearing, I got on the wrong outfit. Period. I don't care how cute it is. Fashion must function. The other thing I like to do is when I accessorize, I try to break things down by the thirds, so that if I'm wearing gold, accessories, and I've got gold at my upper third, my middle third, and my lower third, so that the whole outfit comes together. Those are two of my go-to style rules. Just kind of on a style tip. I also wrote a quick article on LinkedIn this week that I'll share with you guys. I think you might like, about how to, develop and evolve your style with the use of professional stylists, if that's your jam and your budget. But also, if you're trying to be a baddie on the budget, I got some tips for you too. But I'm excited. Unica coming to you soon. That's going to be the show. We're going to talk AI, ethics, GovCon, business tools and processes. So with that, I'm also on the lookout for guests. So if you are interested in being a guest, it's not hard to reach me. You can find me at unicawalcott.com. You can email me, hello@unicawalcott.com, if you don't want to use the contact us form. And just let me know what your interests are, who you are, why we should chat. I will give those honest consideration. I typically in the past have booked folks that I have kind of just been internet stalking for a little bit, that I find operate in a certain level of integrity, or we've at least gotten to have dinner together. But I'm in a season where I am learning to be more flexible and a little bit more open, but also cautious and setting boundaries. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited about what's next. If you're looking for a speaker, a writer, or a moderator, I don't just host this show. I do those things as well, and I'm damn good at them. Love y'all. Bye.